But anyway, if there's any advice you want to give, either real estate in general, investments in general, Section 8, shoot before we close.
I think I really like what you said earlier, where you were saying that you advise your investors to buy the property and walk away. That is something, I wish I could get you in touch with that other owner whose property is still just sitting because, I still think about that from time to time. And I'm like, he really fumbled $4,000. Like it was for
Mm.
even more than what he wanted initially. I think they went to market around 3,300. So I really like that to take the emotion out of the situation. As with anything, and this is another point you touched on is, I mean, any investment carries some type of risk, right?
Oh.
And so the same holds true for leasing a property out, regardless of how they're paying. So,
Mhm.
yeah, I would just say, yeah, just don't listen to, take everything with a grain of salt, right?
Mhm.
Because I mean, things can happen with regular paying tenants just as they could with vouchers. But
Mhm.
yeah, hopefully someone hears this and gives it a shot and they see how awesome it is. And yeah.
Thank you.
But
Thank
thank
you.
you for
So,
having me. Thank you for having me to talk about it.
thank you. Thank you. Just to wrap up, I hope I've been able to achieve quite a bit today and give you more information on your real estate investment. When you're looking to invest in real estate, number one, be cognizant of the location. People always say location, location. In when you're looking to rent, location is important. And there's a program called Section 8. You don't always have to rent to corporate organizations. You don't always have to rent to regular private tenants who has a job in a high profile place. You can also rent to low income households, Section 8 qualified tenants, and the government will pay you directly. They don't pay the tenants, they pay you directly. So you're not fighting with the tenants, oh, where's my money? Where's my money? You are paid directly. So that's one. And number two, here's the secret sauce. They pay, in most cases, more than private individuals and corporate organizations. That's the truth. In fact, all the properties that I've dealt with, I have not seen a scenario where the Section 8 voucher was not significantly higher than what the private individuals were offering me. And number three, I'm not having to deal with eviction issues. Now, given some Section 8 tenants, they're still tenants, they can misbehave.
Mhm,
Every now and then they might, you might have to evict them because they're not paying their portion,
mhm.
or maybe they boggle the paperwork or something. But at least during the year lease that you have them, usually once it's 1 year, it's 1 year. And they don't want to break the lease. They don't want to destroy your home. They don't want to, disobey your rules, because if you report it to housing, they could be kicked out of the program. And hey, most of these low income households, anyway, when you have a situation whereby you're living in a home, the government is paying your rent, trust me, they're not about to leave.
Exactly. They don't want to lose it at all.
I hope that has helped you. And go ahead and crunch the numbers. Imagine getting $1,000, $1,500 more on your rental property because you had a Section 8 tenant as opposed to a private tenant. Now, real estate investment gets juicier and more interesting. So